Today's a huge day, man. I'm actually meeting with the lawyer later to sign all the paperwork to make it all official. Of course, it has to go through like a 2 month process or so for everything to be done. But I'm actually signing the papers and sending them off later today. So it's crazy when I just think back a couple years ago, and like if I was looking forward to, I wouldn't have thought like, hey, at the age of 22, he's actually really starting his own business where it's his own. Okay, snap back to present day, today, the day of the event. Recording it in the morning, woke up a little while ago. And that was about 4 months ago when I decided to pursue this 150% and put in the articles of incorporation. But now today, there's a ton of stuff done. It's getting really close to being finished, and I've made it extremely more complex than what it was initially, so it has taken some time. But it's all come together very well, and everything is moving forward. Positive about everything, even though there's some mess ups and a ton of little bumps and problems on the road so far. So, you just learn to deal with those things and move on and keep going. You don't let it really detour you whatsoever. And so today's going to be great, man. It's going to be a great day. I look forward to seeing you all there. And from here on out, there's no looking back. Have a good one. Enjoy. Long story short, it's definitely been a long road, and I do want to attribute any of my success to my parents because they did a great job of instilling a proper foundation. It's really led to all my success financially, as a person, and so on and so forth. And they deserve all the credit, and it's been a huge part of who I am today. But like most things, it's been a long road. There's been a lot of bumps in the road. As you can tell from these pictures, I was a little bit focused on money only and the fancy things and the finer things in life and whatnot. I was about to buy that Benz when I had about $60,000. I had a $35,000 check written out. I was in process of buying that house, which was going to be a huge accomplishment for me. I was a stock market freak. That's how I got a lot of my money, and obviously that's exactly how I lost my money. When I lost my money, that was the hardest day in my life to this point. It's really just became a huge part of who I am. But after that, there was a lot of kind of soul searching and finding out exactly who you are, trying to figure out why that happened and how you're supposed to move forward. So what I did, I literally just took a ton of time off. I had whatever money I had left, and I went and traveled. I went and saw friends. I went and partied. There was, of course, all the girls. There was all this different stuff. I never really did anything bad, but I just really let loose a little bit and tried to enjoy life. But what I really enjoy the most about the traveling is it exposes you to how big the world actually is and how many people are out there, and really just all the different cultures and whatnot. And it just makes you a well-rounded person. I can now say that I've been in a helicopter flying over Manhattan and seen the Empire State Building and everything. I've done all these different things. I've lived a really full life here in the last few years, and I've been to Miami and of course Vegas, and I've done anything and everything in between. And a lot of people can't say that they've done a lot of stuff that I had, and I'm thankful for the road that I've taken, and from now on it's 100% forward.
Todd is a multifaceted, super driven machine.
Todd's greatest strengths are probably his motivation.
Todd's greatest strengths are his ability to network, his drive, and his ability to maintain focus for long periods of time.
Good question, Todd.
I know, that's a deep one, Buzz.
There's a lot that makes you unique. It's a drive. It's that personality, that drive that you just keep going for something. The unwillingness to let something go. It's something that's rare, especially in a 22-year-old. When I met you, you're 19, 18. To see that drive in a 20-year-old, never seen anything like that before in my life.
I think first of all, you're a positive person, Todd. And it radiates. I mean, the energy, people feel it, you make people smile, you have positive energy, and, you're a good role model for our kids. You know, they see you doing right. They see you with a good head on your shoulder, making decisions, and that's awesome. And it all comes from the fact that you have like a strong, you know, support system, and your mom, amazing person, and my brother too. And
He's all right.
So, but I'm just, you know what family is about. You know how important it is, and so I see that, you know, not only are you positive, you care about others, you know, you're supportive. And so, I mean, and you believe in what you're doing, and you believe in other people, and not for 1 minute would you ever be negative or anything. You want people to do the best, so.
A few minutes ago, I think you've always been strong-willed, determined, like I said, tough. Not only physically tough, but like mentally tough. And those are the same qualities I saw you, or saw in you as a 3-year-old. Way back in the day, 20 years ago.
My biggest weakness, I tell you before, that I feel my greatest strengths can be my biggest weaknesses. My determination, my drive, my ambition can get to a point where I shut out family, where I shut out everybody that's close around me that doesn't deserve to be shut out, and it leads me down a road that I don't necessarily want to go, that doesn't lead me towards happiness.
Todd's a lot of things. First and foremost, he's my son. He is a brother, a grandson, a nephew, a cousin. He's a lot of things. A good friend. So what you guys are seeing there is some different interviews that I've done with family and some of my real close friends who really know me on a different level that a lot of people don't know me necessarily. And a lot of these people have been with me through the hardest times of my life. And I asked that question to my father and also one of my best friends, Matt Conti. And I asked them about the whole stock market loss because they were two of the people who saw it or heard from it first on that day when I was a complete mess, completely freaking out and crying and all this different stuff. And I just remember, man, waking up, and actually it was a week before. We were in Vegas going absolutely crazy and living life to the fullest and all that good stuff. And Matt Conti's brother, Doug, we were out on the patio, and we had this amazing talk. And it had a lot to do with his brother, who unfortunately passed away, and just saying that money and all this different stuff doesn't necessarily matter. And it took me a while to really understand that. It hit a nerve when we were talking out there, but it took me a while to really understand it. And I told them that following Tuesday was going to be the biggest day of my life. I was either going to make a ton of money or I was going to lose probably almost all of it. And we all know what happened from there. So I just wanted to get a take from my father and one of my real good friends who knew what was going on at that time. First 2 years? Well, I remember watching the news and not really making sense of what the stock market analysts were saying, and then I remember you coming out of the bedroom, and I remember you going to the front room and collapsing and sobbing, and when I asked what was going on, you kept just saying, it's gone, it's gone, it's all gone. When I asked you what was gone, you said all the money, all the hard work. I kept asking you before I left if you'd be all right that day, because I was afraid maybe you weren't in the right state of mind.
That was a big call. At first, my heart sunk. I didn't know what to do. I think I was probably just in the same boat you were. You were the one that lost all the money. It was tough because I've never seen, like I said, a 20-year-old with that kind of money, those kind of mind decisions. You know, that passion and desire to financially make it, to reach his goals in life, and you had it at the grips of your hands. You know, you've had a lot of contact with members and stuff like that, seeing it, you know, taking advice, late night phone calls with companies. I mean, the list goes on and on. All the time and effort you put into that was lost in a matter of minutes, and my heart just sunk. But on the flip side, 5 minutes after that, thinking, I'm like, well, you know, why worry about this? This is going to bounce back in no time. You know, it was materialistic. It was money at the time, but knowing you, your personality, you just bounce right back, and here you are again. You know, you should quit. You know, your ideas never stop.
I think most people think that you're all about it for the money, and I don't think you are.
I think most people know that, and your motivation behind it,
Yeah.
which I think comes back to the money too. I think a lot of people just think, bring me the bags of money, and it's no, I know my potential, or you know your potential, and you want to reach it.
I think that a lot of people may not understand the depth of his personality and that he truly cares about the little things in life.
Aside from your family and your friends, I think you value the fact that you won't quit. I think that ambition is a huge thing that you value.
Yeah.
And that is all about your business. Because people that just give up, they're not going to get anywhere. That's what
But I don't think a lot of people see what's behind the scenes, which is a huge reason why I think You Should Quit can be successful, is because people are now going to be like, not just for me, but they're going to be able to relate to stuff that's out there that's not just positive, that are my insecurities, my little things that keep me up at night and drive me absolutely nuts, and the things that worry me every single second of the day. They're going to also see that very extremely like vulnerable side.
Yeah, because this is putting yourself on a platter for everybody to see.
Yeah, and I think that it takes a lot of strength to do that. I'm not like trying to build myself up, but it helps me kind of like heal and get in a happy spot because I'm doing that.
For me personally, I think I know that I've been challenged a lot in my life, and through my own choices, you know, that I've been challenged, and I feel that actually my obstacles have made me stronger, and like I'm more like, bring it on. Like
Absolutely.
I'm up for a challenge, and I want to say to people like you got to have more faith in yourself and more confidence in yourself. So the whole idea of You Should Quit is like, yeah, stick to it. Things will get better. You're only given so much, you know, as you can handle. And I think that people freak out and they don't realize that they have more power within themselves. And I know that I found that power, and like I think I can do about anything now, you know. So I think I personally like can keep going and keep challenging myself all the time.
For sure.
To being competitive, I mean, you've seen the markets, you know how it goes nowadays. It's tough to do anything these times, you know. You got to be fresh, you got to be ahead, forward thinking, and you have those characteristics. And I think that's what's going to make you competitive in this business. The You Should Quit title, amazing, definitely amazing to us. It's I think there's a niche for you, you know. I think when people hear this and they understand, and then they really get to know you, who you are, and then they can really bond to that and take it from there.
And You Should Quit is my heart, soul, passion, absolutely 100% of my brain and everything laid on the table for everybody to see, for everybody to judge, and everybody to talk smack about, everybody to like, some people to love. It's for everybody. And with all that said, I just want to personally thank all of you that are here tonight, because you guys are the ones who keep me going. You guys are the ones that when I'm up at 3 or 4 in the morning just thinking of ideas and I really feel like going to bed and sleeping, you guys are the ones that I have in the back of my mind, like, you know what, I do this for them, because through helping them and through me sharing all these ideas and my opinions and everything, it helps me grow and it helps me realize my dreams. And I hope that through me doing that really helps everyone else kind of put things in perspective and maybe inspire them a little bit to pursue their dreams 150%, because I've sacrificed a lot to get this going. And I don't think a lot of people, I've talked to a lot of people, but they don't understand the amount of time and amount of dedication, and that my heart's in this 185%, and that when I want something that bad, I don't stop. So when I say never stop, I really mean it. Like, I'm not gonna stop just this. If this never works out or anything like that, I'm not just gonna stop. And that doesn't mean trying to be successful or financially independent or anything like that. It means I'm never gonna stop becoming a better person, somebody that's wiser, a better son, a better brother, a better everything, a better father when I'm at that level. Obviously, I'm not at that level. But again, just thank you all, because you are the ones who I always have in the back of my mind. Obviously, my family is the first ones that come to mind. But I want to thank you all very much, and I appreciate you all coming out here. And let the games begin. Let's go. Here we go.